Will McAuliff. Hello world. It might seem like a weird phrase to kind of start off with, but for anybody who's coded here in the room, you know that's a culturally significant phrase. So where that comes from is a lot of times when you learn a new programming language, the first program that you write is just a simple program that's all it says. It just prints hello world to the screen. So actually I have here, this is an example of this simple program in a couple different languages. So similar to human languages, each one kind of has its own like essence and kind of nature to it. But I have to pause here. I'm worried that some of you already are wondering if this information is relevant to you. From our conversation last Monday, I know that not a lot of us here in the room have experience with coding or have computer science as our major. And it's true, I'm speaking to you as a computer science major myself. But what I must emphasize is that it really was the last thing I ever thought I would study here at college. I didn't take my first computer science course till my sophomore year. And my only exposure to computers really was email and surfing the web. So here's what I've discovered though in my time here at Columbia and what I hope my speech is able to demonstrate today. Everyone can learn how to code. Okay, so I'd like to present some information I've gathered about the benefits of coding by going kind of through these following questions. So what could you expect to learn in a programming class? And where can I start, or what resources are available to me? So again, if you go out today, you enroll in a computer science course that involves programming, what could you expect to learn from this experience? You know, very concretely, you would learn essentially how computers work and a little bit how to make them do things. So an introductory course, for example, you'd learn why do computers use ones and zeros. So they would teach you how to count in binary, that sort of thing. The programming part of the course would give you experience writing basic programs. So you might make a game, a simple game like rock, paper, scissors, or something a lot more complicated like a Netflix-inspired movie rating system. As a side note, that was Emily and I's, that was our final project the year that we took computer science. So now to speak at a broader level at what you'd learn. I found that a computer science course also develops certain personal attributes. So more specifically, I found that coding instills a proactive approach to problem solving. Where I think that comes from is just, you know, computer scientists, we're not okay with bugs in our code. So you just get used to that process where you kind of take things step by step, you think very methodically, trying to find the source of that error, and it just becomes second nature to you. You just become very proactive again about problem solving. Next slide. So allow me to address the question now of what types of resources are available to you to learn how to code. So there are 2 intro classes offered here at Columbia that I want you to know about, and I verified that these courses are offered to all schools here at the university. So theoretically, all of us could take the class together next semester again. So first, there's W1004, which is Introduction to Computer Science and Programming in Java. This has a larger class size, so currently there's 317 students enrolled in the course. What that means is you are going to find students with kind of previous exposure, maybe they took Java, AP Java in high school, something like that. What's also good about that number is you're going to meet a lot of students, kind of like me, who had no real exposure except, you know, against email, surfing the web, that kind of thing. I do have to mention, however, that this course is demanding with this programming project. So you're going to have a programming project due every 2 weeks. What is the good news about this class is that there's an army of TAs ready to help you. So there's always office hours, and Professor Cannon, he normally teaches the class. He's an excellent instructor. He was kind of the professor who inspired me to kind of make computer science my major. The other course I wanted to mention is W1001. So it's a smaller number because it's actually not as intense as 1004. So it's Introduction to Information Science. And this was the first comp sci course that I took here at Columbia. And it's a smaller class size, just 29 students this semester. And they don't assume any knowledge of computer science. So like I said, if your only experience is email, surfing the web, you can definitely take this class. What's exciting to me is that the last 2 homework assignments are programming. So you'd code in a language called Python, which is a really great language to use if you've never coded before. One last one I'd like to mention. So in the year 2012, Mayor Bloomberg famously made a New Year's resolution to learn how to code. And he did that through this resource called Code Academy. So he signed up for a challenge called Code Year, which sends lessons from Code Academy straight to your inbox. So I wanted to mention specifically more about Code Academy. So It's a website that offers self-paced lessons in a couple different things. So you can learn more about web languages like Python I mentioned. There's another one called Ruby. You could learn about web markup languages like HTML, CSS. And this is free. I want to emphasize that. And they really try to make it fun. They offer badges when you complete, different lessons. So now that I've gone through all the information that was prompted by my two main questions, I want to recall the claim that I made at the start. Everyone can learn how to code. While what I've seen and experienced, coding is a skill that can really open up a lot of opportunities for you. Concrete ones, you get these concrete skills, but also there's some personal development there. So I hope by this speech that you kind of lose any trepidation you might have about coding and you just go out there and try it.
Thanks, Will. Maybe one question for Will, if you have. Well, let me just, this is one of the students that I think asked. Jess, you were going or?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to add, not really a question, but the founder of Code Academy is speaking on campus here next week. So.
What's funny, both of them are connected to Columbia. One of them graduated to computer science. The other one, he was going here and then he started this.
Yeah, Zach Sims.
Yeah.
I just want to know, is it really clear, like, in your class, who was, like, good at it, or, like, who was having, is it easy to have problems with it? Like,
So,
because it makes it sound like, yeah, anyone can do it, but.
So yeah, I mean, what's interesting, so I mentioned before one of the things that gives you is proactive problem solving. Another thing I would say coding develops is you kind of lose all fear with asking for help, just because you do it so much. So, I mean, last semester I took advanced programming, which is going to be a lot more work than you would have to do an introductory course. I went to office hours at least 3 times a week, maybe. So that's what's good, is that you really have an army of TAs. A lot of them are, students here as well, undergrads. So it wasn't that long ago that they were in your same place. And it's understood that even if you have some experience in high school, there's no way you're going to write this program kind of just on your own by yourself. So really, I don't think, whether you have a ton of experience or not, that's going to really affect how well you do in the class.
All right, thanks, Will.
Thank you.